Welcome to week 8. You should hopefully be starting to get into part B of assignment 2, or you would have listened to the Collaborate recording or even attended, asked any questions. It should be a lot more straightforward. You're making 5 comments on team threads. If there is less than 5 other teams in your group, then you can always comment twice. Now, the type of comments we're asking you to make are not dissimilar to the type of comments we wanted you to make on your own representations for Part A. We want you to link it to course modules and materials any week you like, and draw that link and, like I said, post 5 comments. So the types of ways that you could extend it and have more of that higher level argumentation, which would be, say, a D level, would be extend what someone has said, challenge what they have said in a thread, comment further, build on it, add something new that hasn't been said, but also refer to some of the discussion that is there already. So these types of approaches would give you the higher points. And you probably get the idea by now that we always ask you to draw links with course material and course theory, which is course material, and a little bit of wider research will always help as well. And also all of this is going to help with A3 at this point. A3 basically is week 6 to the end of the course, looking at the second part, conflict resolution methods. Now, this week in particular, we're looking at ideas such as transformation, conflict building, and conflict settlement. So if you have a look at module, I think it's 8.2, there's a whole list of terms and what they mean. So when you're looking at assignment number 3, you want to use some of these. So, for example, a difference between peacemaking and peace building, or conflict settlement and conflict transformation, is often to do with some short-term cessation of hostilities, for example, or just getting parties to the table to agree something, versus dealing with some of those long-term sources of conflict, hostilities that might have been around for generations, rebuilding institutions, rebuilding trust. So something like conflict transformation is unlikely to be an event. A settlement might be, it could be signing a piece of paper, but something like transformation is often a process over time, and it might be ongoing. So for those of you who have done Rwanda, that's very interesting. Conflict transformation has been going for a very long time in Rwanda, and in fact nowadays, and I'm talking about this anecdotally as opposed to specifically from the research, they still have something they call 100 days of mourning. That is, can you believe, 3 months of a year? That is amazing. 3 months of every year where they remember the dead and people who died over that terrible 100-day genocide. So 100 days of mourning. But that's actually part of the restoration and justice and peace building and transformation process. And in the case of Rwanda, that was done at the community level and the grassroots, as transformation efforts normally are required to succeed by the grassroots. I mean, the UN can come in and get warring parties to agree, though often that is difficult to make happen. But transformation is a completely different type of situation. So I've known of one NGO that goes in now and does 100 Days of Hope in Rwanda as well, to try and look ahead. And so questions around transformation is more than how do we stop the violence. It's about how do we make sure we don't have a society that could ever see this happen again. And I think there's some similarities with what happened in Bosnia as well, neighbour against neighbour. I mean, how is that possible? I met one Bosnian lady who was a refugee who said, her husband and son were killed by people they had grown up with all their life. And we don't think it's possible, but it was. So transformation is really asking some of those deeper questions as well. So it's very interesting. Like I said, the modules is very clear on this. Containment, settlement, transformation, peace building, peacemaking. Try to use as much as you can in responding this week, and certainly in assignment number 2, part B, and assignment number 3. And keep engaging. Thank you.